We're now joined by Danny Stutsman, linebacker, Oklahoma, with us 365 Sports. And, man, it's great to see you in person. Covered your father, of course. That's been a long time ago because he's old and I'm older. So what was it like last year, the frustration? You just guys could not get over the hump. And how has that fueled the offseason into 23?
Yeah, I mean, looking back last year, obviously it was tough, but I think that foundation was developed and it was laying. We weren't good enough in the fourth quarter, and that's just what it comes down to. We lost 5 of the 7 games by 1 score, and so just a few plays here and there that we need to fix, and we know where we're bad at. I think 3rd and 4th downs just weren't good enough. That's just what it is, point-blank period. And so the motivation there is that's what we need to improve on. Every single day it's a fourth-quarter finish mentality. But now we have older guys that kind of have some experience. Last year, looking back at it, we had the coaches, and that's it, teaching the entire playbook to the players. And when you don't have the coaches there, it's hard to teach yourself. And so now that we have the opportunity for the older guys to be with the younger players and catch them, get them up to speed, it's exponential growth. To pick up from last year and kind of have that year 2 mentality, we have so much more experience and so much more talent.
We have a lot of new players on the roster. Do you feel that you had that last year as well? Do you feel that the gelling for the new guys can go faster because you went through all that last year?
Absolutely. I think when you have that experience and you're able to, pour into them what so they're not making the same mistakes that I was making as my sophomore, freshman year that I've learned.
How did you feel like Coach Venables handled dealing with all that adversity because there is such a big microscope on the program? He's getting his feet to the fire right away. How did you guys kind of manage that, and him in particular?
I mean, Coach Venables can handle the heat. He's the same person every single day. He's always in that A gap. No matter what it takes, he's going to stand firm, and he's not going to get pushed around. Nothing bothers that man.
You're playing for Oklahoma. So the expectations, that going in. So how was it away from football on campus or around Norman or wherever? Was it kind of tough to deal with maybe some of the chatter that was going on?
I mean, at Oklahoma there's always high expectations. So at times there's some hostility, but that's what you deal with. You put that brand, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's just what it is. But that's a standard that we set ourselves up to. I mean, that's just what the culture is.
So, I mean, this is the last year in this conference for you guys. And you mentioned hostility. When you go on the road, you get it anyway because you're Oklahoma. It's going to be a little extra. How do you deal with that, or do you embrace the fact that you're going into a place that's going to be extra spicy?
I mean, you embrace that. I mean, you came to Oklahoma knowing you're going to get that Game 7 mentality from every single person that you play. Mm-hmm. I mean, you prepare with that going into it. And so if that doesn't excite you, then you're not a true competitor. You got to embrace that. You're going on the road, having that road dog mentality, and knowing that all you have is your team.
What does that mean to you as an individual to have Coach Venables select you amongst other teammates to be here and to represent the brand at Media Days? I
mean, I'm blessed. I do everything I can to live up to the standard that he holds me to. He's a tremendous mentor and person and a leader, and that's something that I'm blessed to have and proud to call him my head coach.
What's it like, just the whole – I mean, is this your first experience? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so. So what's it like to just go from station to station to station all day long talking, any number of things?
It's been fun. It's been a great opportunity, finally able to meet this guy who's covered my dad.
Yeah.
And I actually have a question for him.
Wow.
My dad, obviously, as an old head, you talk about how he would have been the greatest of all time, whatever. Was he actually like that at Dangerfield?
No, he was good. No, he was – no. Let me – He's one of the – I covered 42 years of covering high school football. I can't think of a tight end. There was a guy, Ricky Dudley, who played at Henderson, who went to the Ohio State, that level, and Steve Stutsman was at that level.
Gotcha.
And that team was dominant. In Waco, he won a state championship. They won 2 out of 3, played in 3 in a row, and his senior year put on a show.
Gotcha.
No, he was special.
I hear the stories, but you got to get some fact check here and there. So I appreciate it.
I was at his house the day he signed with Baylor. I was in his house, and it was kind of out back in the woods. Of course, East Texas, that's all there is, trees.
Yeah.
But, he's among the best I've ever covered, no question.
Was that 83 Dangerfield?
83 was the team that gave up 8 points and scored 600 and whatever. Mm-hmm. He was at 85, and they won the state title, beat Cuero 47-22. I even remember to that point, because I was there watching the game, covering the game. He was great. And it's great to see his son bringing on the lineage, and we appreciate your time, and good luck moving forward. The SEC, of course, is what a lot of want to talk about, but you got to worry about right now.
Absolutely. You got to be present in the moment.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
Were you disappointed by that answer, or are you happy to hear that, no, the hype actually lives up to?
You know, there were some times where I was kind of think I got my athletic ability from my mom, but it's glad that he was able to fact check that and verify it for me.
Yeah. And your dad was a big man. I mean, even what you say he was 6'5" in high school?
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5". You know, I don't know how much he weighed. Probably not 240 like his
he was more
son.
tall
but
and lanky.
Yeah.
Tall and lanky. Great hands. I think he even caught a couple of touchdowns in that championship game.
I was going to say, as far as the weight, slightly different strength and conditioning these days, I think, from probably when he was playing.
Yeah, I mean, he tells me stories of how he used to squat 600 pounds, yada, 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 whatever. I'm sure weight
I don't know about
different
that.
back
I may
then.
cross-check him on that one.
Yeah, I need to hear that because he's always talking about how big his squat was, but you know how it is.
Thank you very much for your time. Good luck moving forward, man.
Thank you so
Danny
much.
Stutsman, Oklahoma linebacker. This is 365 Sports.